Pippa Valentino was born in 1848. She is Bianca and Romeo Valentino's second child. Pippa was 7 years old when her father had returned from a 5-year prison sentence. Over the next few months of spending time with him, Pippa looked up to her father. She wanted to be just like him. When he returned to work, he would bring the family along. But it was only her older brother Ramin who was allowed to attend the meetings. The girls weren't allowed to be inside at those times, but they were entertained. Pippa wanted to be included the way her brother was and would try to listen in. But she would get caught and scolded by her father. This created a tear in her relationship with Ramin. The two of them would argue over everything all the time. Pippa often complained to her grandmother about how unfair it all was. The two of them were very close. Prudence always knew how to make her feel better. She was there for her more than anyone else. When she passed away, everything changed. Ramin had taken over the family business. Pippa didn't like the way he was handling things. She would argue with him about the decisions he would make. Ramin told her he knew what he was doing. He had been trained to do this since he was a kid. Still, Pippa would interrupt his meetings to make him look bad. It got to a point where Ramin had to ban her from ever coming to the base again. With no choice, Pippa left infuriated. She was tired of being ignored and pushed to the side. It was moments like that when she missed her grandmother the most. In 1866, Pippa moved into her own place. Being away from her family made things better. She finally had a peace of mind. But that changed when she met Alfonso in 1870. He was the first person to make her feel needed. They were deeply in love. But Alfonso was no angel. He would attack and rob people for fun. Pippa had become his partner in crime. She would cheer him on no matter the crime he committed. He later convinced her to get revenge on her brother for banning her. So they got together to rob Ramin's base while he was away. Pippa played her part and they managed to get away with some drugs and cash. After that, they committed more crimes together. They were cocky and intoxicated and no one could stop them. When Pippa's family heard about her antics, they disowned her to protect their image. That made her less sober. Alfonso told her she didn't need them because she had him. He was all she needed and she believed that. In 1876, they were married. Things were good for them for a while. But all their actions soon caught up to them. In 1877, Alfonso was arrested for committing several crimes. He was sentenced life in prison. Pippa was so heartbroken with him gone. She wrote to him every day, but it wasn't enough. Shortly after his arrest, she was killed by one of her brother's rogue enforcers. While it was suspected to be the same man who killed her brother years later, there was no way of truly knowing who did it.